Welcome to another live stream watch along reaction. Today we're watching and reacting to Los Angeles Dodgers at Toronto Blue Jays 2025 World Series Game 2. Live stream watch along reaction. The Jays lead the series 1-0. If they win today, they'll go to LA with a 2-0 lead in the World Series. It's possible. Worst case scenario, they go to LA with a split. Best case scenario, the Jays have a 2-0 lead. That's going to be pretty if it happens. Liverpool, people are laughing at Liverpool. Well, at least people aren't laughing at Mississippi State. With that being said, let's all laugh at Chelsea. Well, that's fine too. I could give a shit less, frankly. The Blue Jays are playing in the World Series. I could give a shit less. With that being said, starting lineups for the Dodgers and Blue Jays. Their starting pitcher, the Dodgers, Yoshinobu Yamamoto. And the starting 9, leading off for the Dodgers, Shohei Ohtani. Batting second, their shortstop, Mookie Betts. First baseman, Freddie Freeman. Catcher, Will Smith. Batting fifth, right fielder, Teoscar Hernandez. Batting sixth, third baseman, Max Muncy. Batting seventh, the left fielder, Kike Hernandez. Batting eighth, the second baseman, Tommy Edman. And batting ninth, the center fielder, Andy Pages. For Toronto, the starting 9, their starting pitcher, Kevin Gausman. Starting 9, George Springer, the DH. Batting second, Nathan Lucas. Batting third, first baseman, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Catcher, Alejandro Kirk. Varsho, center fielder. Batting fifth, Dalton Varsho. Batting sixth, Ernie Clement, the third baseman. Batting seventh, the right fielder, Addison Barger. Batting eighth, the second baseman, Isaiah Connor Falefa. And batting ninth, the shortstop, Andres Jimenez. Well, technically, for the World Series, at least it kind of makes sense. You do realize Mexico, Korea, and Japan all have pro baseball club leagues. You do realize that, right? So it's not as weird as saying world champions for the NBA when the USA is the only country to play. The NFL, the only country that really plays football at a high level, as in gridiron football. Baseball, at least there are multiple high-level pro club leagues. The MLB, the KBO, the NPB, Korea, Japan, Mexico, the Mexican League. There are multiple. So you could say, because the MLB is the best of those leagues, the World Series winner is the world champion. Now, if you wanted to say, well, they should play the NPB champion and they should play the KBO champion, how do you think that's going to go? But either way. Baseball World Series kind of actually makes sense comparatively to other sports where the USA is the only. I don't know. I don't watch it. I don't give a shit. The Blue Jays are in the World Series. I could care less, frankly. Sunderland's good this year and Chelsea suck. I mean, what do you know? What do you know? Turns out scoring 5 goals happens because they were up a man against Ajax. Like, Sunderland isn't a bad team, though. I mean, they're second in the league, aren't they? Either way, I don't give a shit. The Jays are in the World Series. But either way, I really don't give a shit, frankly. The Jays are in the World Series. United States and Canada, sometimes. So technically it is a World Series, though, if you want to go there, because it is Canada versus United States. If you really want to go there. Yeah, really. But again, like, Chelsea's like my lowest priority favorite team. Like, even if the Jays weren't in the World Series, I'd barely give a shit. I give even less of a shit because the Jays are in the World Series. Wow. Well, that's just sad. That's just sad. Well, okay, maybe Mississippi State losing today won't be the most embarrassing loss. Okay. I don't even want to watch overtime. State's going to lose in overtime. Never knew that. Fair enough. Let's go Blue Jays. Which part? Somebody saying the World Series isn't really the World Series, or me saying, like, Chelsea's a favorite team. I'm not saying I don't care. Well, it really doesn't help my sleep schedule's that horrible. But, like, I'm not English. Why should I? Like, it's nice to see Chelsea win, but if they lose, does it piss me off and ruin my week? No, it doesn't. Unless it's absolutely embarrassing. Sunderland's good, though, so it's not embarrassing. I know that's Cope. I know. It's not embarrassing. And if I watched it, I'd be pissed, but I didn't watch it, so. About Chelsea, but anyway to the game. Well, what do you know? I mean, it doesn't help that Colwell's injured. How we doing, Dillon? Like, if I'm watching the Chelsea game, I'm probably more pissed off when they screw up. But I wasn't watching because I was asleep. So how could I be pissed off? With that being said, so that's what I mean by that. If I don't watch the game, how could I be pissed off about it? Like, okay, yeah, the result sucks, but if I ain't watching the game, how could I be pissed off about it? That's kind of what I mean. Is like my sleep schedule kind of makes me not care because it's a shit sleep schedule and it's a Premier League game. I really could care less. I don't think, let's be real, even though we won the World Champions, I didn't think we'd win the Prem. I didn't think we were ready for a 34-game season, and look what happened. Maybe the Champions League, maybe we could win the Champions League. Maybe we could win a cup, but I never thought Chelsea could win the Prem anyway this year. As I should be. I'm not English. I should be focused on CONCACAF more. That's where I live. That's where I live. I should be focused on CONCACAF more. That's where I live. Maybe part of it's I can't be such a big Chelsea fan because I'm anti-Euro snob. And if I really act like I care, I look like shit because I'm a hypocrite then because I care. So that's probably also part of it is that if I look like I care too much about Chelsea, I'm a hypocrite because I'm anti-Euro snob. So that's probably part of it as well. Either way, World Series is about to start. Game 2 is about to start. Let's focus on that. I don't know what the hell's wrong with them. As I said, I know they're losing. That's all I know. But just like Chelsea, they had an amazing UCL result in the midweek and then had a horrible result during the weekend. So I don't know what the hell to say, frankly. It's weird. State chat ain't saying shit. I'm surprised. At least Slot won a Premier League. Did they not score in overtime? Ooh. Oh, they're looking at seeing if it's a touchdown. Arch Manning is injured. Arch Manning got hurt, by the way. They're seeing if the new quarterback threw a touchdown. And then Mississippi State will have a chance in overtime if it is. 2nd and 6 at Mississippi State's 10. Honestly, game about to get started. This is crazy. I believe this is the 6th overtime in the history of Texas football. 3 of them have come in the last 10 games. There's no way that Texas only played 6 overtimes. That's impossible. With how long they've been playing? Crazy. That makes no sense. I'm going to be real. That makes no sense. All those years of Texas playing football, they've only played 6 overtimes. Madrid wins 3-1. Yeah, let's just put on ESPN. Let's see what's going on over there. Everyday baseball? Yeah, pretty much. Until the season's over, every day is baseball. Except for like one off day in between. So we'll have some other stuff tomorrow, but we have a busy tomorrow. And there's a touchdown for Texas. State, you better not screw this up. Yeah, you might be right, but my team's in the World Series. This is history. I don't get this all the time. I'm not a Dodgers fan. I don't get this all the time. So do that what you will. Oh, Lord. Who's winning MLS Cup? I think Vancouver. Incomplete, Brennan Thompson. Blake Shapen to Brennan Thompson. 3rd and 10. 2 chances to get a first down. Well, if MSU scores a touchdown, at least they could end it with a freaking 2-point. If I'm then, I might go for it. And 4th and 10, incompletion. Well, they got 1 play to go. What's the Champs Cup draw? December 7th? Or no, December 9th or something. It's like right after MLS Cup, like the week after. So, or the early week after. So, Monday or Tuesday after. So, like 9th. Starting 9 for the Dodgers. Shohei Ohtani, Mookie Betts, Freddie Freeman, their top 3. Their middle 3, Will Smith, Teoscar Hernandez, Max Muncy. And their bottom third of the order would be Kike Hernandez, Tommy Edman, and Andy Pages. Starting pitcher Kevin Gausman for the Toronto Blue Jays. Blue Jays wearing the same jersey they did last night. Same hat, same pants. And now it's 4th and 15. I didn't. They will play the preliminary round and be in the second pot for that, I would presume, by CONCACAF rankings. So they're going to get a better team, which obviously. 4th and 15, Mississippi State, 1 play away. They got to get 15 yards to stay alive. 30 yards to score a touchdown, but they're going to lose. Adrian Johnson behind home plate tonight for the World Series. 4th and 20, another penalty. What the hell? False start. Yeah, State don't want this one. They suck. South Florida lost to Memphis. Wow. Shocked. And here we go. Kevin Gausman to start pitching for the World Series. In the World Series. Well, at least Lando got pulled for the Mexico City Grand Prix. And the Blue Jays might win tonight. Could be worse. Shohei Ohtani versus Gausman. Let's go. Let's see how this goes. Should be interesting. Kevin Gausman, 5 2/3 innings pitched every single game he's played the postseason. Within 1 or 2 earned runs per game. Gausman versus Ohtani. Jays lead the series 1-0. We're going to see how they do. Today, Gausman first pitch is a ball strike. They give him the corner. And Mississippi State loses 45-38. Over. Game over. They suck. 0-2. 0-2 on Ohtani for Gausman. Well, at least the Jays are doing well. Strikeout percentage for Ohtani, the postseason 36%, regular season 26% for Ohtani. So he's 10% more strikeouts in the postseason. Popped up by Ohtani, and that's going back. Will it be caught? Yes, it is caught by Lucas. That is the first out, 1 out on the Dodgers. Shohei Ohtani flies out to Nathan Lucas in left field. Varsho Barger, the outfield. The infield, Clement Jimenez, Counter Falefa, Vladdy Jr., and Alejandro Kirk behind the plate. Mookie Betts against Gausman. Three pitches for Gausman, 1 out. Gausman gets a ball, 1-0 against Betts. Jays will face Yoshinobu Yamamoto when they come up to bat. Betts takes a strike, 1-1. Fastball low. Career versus Kevin Gausman for Mookie Betts, 314 average, 3 home runs, 8 RBIs, and 51 at-bats. So he's seen Gausman a whole hell of a lot. Strike on the corner with a slider, 1-2. They give him the corner. What a frame job by Alejandro Kirk. And he doesn't get him. Slider out, 2-2. What's the weirdest video game glitch ever? I don't know. I don't know what I'd pick, frankly. Gausman and Betts. MSU sells again. I know. I was watching the game. Popped it high. Betts. Betts pops it to Barger. And it's caught by Addison Barger for 2 out. I know. I was watching the game until overtime started. And I'm like, yeah, we're probably losing at this point. Now I'm watching the World Series. Because at least the Blue Jays are a good team. At least I have the Toronto Blue Jays. At least I have the Toronto Blue Jays. It could be worse. Very worse. Freddie Freeman up at bat. Toronto Blue Jays, 2 outs on the Dodgers. Freddie Freeman takes the ball from Gausman, 1-0. At least I have the Jays, you know. I'd be more pissed if I didn't. That's a ball. Splitter low. Ump does not call it. State had, what, a 10-point lead? They could have won. And that's going to be a strike. Low fastball, frame for a strike, 2-1. Jeff Lebby needs to be fired. I don't disagree. I don't disagree. State fans finding this stream. Okay. And that's a strike on Freeman, 2-2. Swings through Gosman's splitter. One strike away from getting a 1-2-3 inning for the Toronto Blue Jays. Ooh. I like that Kirk's frame job is going well with an ump. Unlike the ALCS. Some of them pissed me off. And Freeman golfs it foul. I'm glad that these umps in the World Series are letting Alejandro Kirk's frame job work so far. There have been some he's stolen. He's very good at that now, the sad part with ABS. I guess you hope they don't challenge. And a pop-up in play, and it will not be caught by Clement or Lucas. What's the worst Toronto team of all time? Single season or all time, like franchise? Single season, I would have to say 2023 Toronto FC. That was horrible. 2-2. And a pop-up jam for Freeman. Franchise. I mean, they all have. I guess the Leafs. I say Leafs. I'll say the Leafs if you're talking franchise. And Gosman, it's golfed into the outfield by Freddie Freeman. Barger going to run for it. And that'll be a double for Freddie Freeman. 2-out double for Freddie Freeman on Kevin Gosman. Good at bat for Freddie. Golfed it to the outfield. Hit the wall. Barger just kept bouncing and bouncing and bouncing. But the Jays are actually about, every time the Jays make the World Series, they win it. So 2-0, and so far they're leading their third. So you know what? I'll take it. Will Smith. Toronto Raptors, they beat the Warriors once. That's awesome. You know? Like the Leafs, just, I've never seen the Leafs win a Stanley Cup. Hell, my dad never has. So, if the fact is my grandfather and grandmother were the last part of my family to be able to watch the Leafs win a Stanley Cup live, no. That should be an RBI for Smith. And Freddie Freeman comes home. A RBI for Will Smith, RBI single, and it's 1-0 Dodgers. I mean, it's okay. That's okay. That happened last night. The Dodgers were always going to answer back. Teoscar Hernandez. Ball. Low ball for Gosman. It was always going to be tougher. 1-0 Dodgers. Will Smith, RBI single. Teoscar swings through 1-1. I don't think Gosman's doing bad, but two really good hits by Freddie and Will. Fouled off 1-2. 1-2 fouled off. Hey, last night the same thing happened. So you know what? One and two. Strikes out Teoscar. 1 run for the Dodgers, but a pretty solid inning for Kevin Gausman, all things considered. 2 hits, 1 run, 3 outs, strikeout. We'll take it. We will take it. But we move on. Jays only down 1. This happened last night. And we still won the game. So you know what? We build on it. 1-0 Dodgers. Activate comeback mode. Yoshinobu Yamamoto versus Springer, Lucas, and Vladdy Jr. Oh. Could be worse. Could be better, but could be worse. Freddie and Will Smith with good pieces of hitting there to get those 2 hits and then the RBI. I think Goss is doing fine. 1 run is nothing. Let's go out there and score some runs. Same approach for Snell, hopefully. And we got George Springer coming up to bat to lead off for the Toronto Blue Jays. After giving up their first run of the game in the first, George Springer, Nathan Lucas, Vladdy Jr., the top of their order. The middle, Alejandro Kirk, Dalton Varsho, Ernie Clement. And the bottom 3, we have Addison Barger, Isaiah Connor, Falefa, Andres Jimenez, the bottom of the order. Against Yoshinobu Yamamoto, the Dodgers starting pitcher. He had a complete game in NLCS Game 2, 3 starts, 2-1 record the postseason. We're going to see how the Game 2 start for the Dodgers goes. Yoshi Yamamoto versus George Springer. And George swings through the split. 0-1. 2 for 5 and a run in Game 1. For George Springer. Swings through the curveball, 79 mile per hour, 2 pitches, and not a good at bat so far from George. Hits it foul ball high. George Springer, 0-2. Tomorrow will be live for the Formula 1 Grand Prix and 2 MLS games, playoff games. Then Monday we'll be back for Game 3. Springer fouls it off, 0-2. We'll be live for Game 3 of the World Series on Monday. Tuesday, Game 4. If there's a Game 5 Wednesday, we'll be live for that. Thursday, some CONCACAF. Friday, Yamamoto. And Springer hits it to the other way. He's going to get on base. A single into a double for George Springer. George, savior of the Blue Jays. George Springer gets on base with a double off Yoshi Yamamoto. Nathan Lucas up next. And no double play to play for, so we will see Vladdy. Good hit by George. Good hit by George. That's what you got to do. Nicely done, George. Nicely done. Lovely hit. Lovely hit. Lovely hit. George. Savior of the Blue Jays. Nathan Lucas. Nathan Lucas hits it, and it's going to get down. George, don't go. Febles hits him with a stop sign. I don't blame him. And it's 2 hits, runners at the corners with 0 out. Lovely. Nice job, Nathan. Febles hit George with a stop sign as he should, because no, he should not have ran on that. Febles. So runners at the corners and 0 out. Vladdy Jr. And Vladdy Jr. up at bat against Yoshinobu Yamamoto. 1-0 Blue Jays or 1-0 Dodgers might just turn into 1-1 Blue Jays, or maybe more. Jays getting good contact off of Yoshi Yamamoto. There is a double play at first and second. Vladdy versus Yoshi. Ball, 1-0. Good first inning so far for the Toronto Blue Jays. It's only 2 batters, though. It's only 2 batters, though. Vladdy takes a ball, 2-0. Oh, my. If this ends up being bases loaded right off the bat, I'm going to freaking laugh. Yoshi Yamamoto, we should be afraid of him? Okay. Y'all don't. Seriously. It's so funny. 2-0. Vladdy swings through 2-1. Like, it's so funny. Like, the Blue Jays beat the hell out of the Yankees and their aces. And people are like, but they ain't going to hit George Kirby. They ain't going to hit Luis Castillo. They do. And now they're like, well, they're not going to hit Blake Snell and Yoshi Yamamoto, though. Vladdy swings through it 2-2. Low splitter 2-2 on Vladdy. Like, seriously, though, have we really? Have you not learned yet? Have you not learned what the Jays are capable of? Have you not learned what they are at this point? Have you not learned? Really, a Gosman throwback jersey? That must have been a DH Gate jersey. Not that I'm complaining, but okay. 2-2 for Vladdy. Vladdy hits it. Foul. Foul ball for Vladdy Jr. Still alive. 2-2. 1-0 Dodgers. 10 for 22 with runners on base for Vladdy Jr. Let's see if he could get some contact and at least get a sac fly. If not, get on base. Two-two count. Vladdy fouled it off. Still a 2-2 count. Still a 2-2 count. Alejandro Kirk sitting at the on-deck circle. We will see him even if there is a double play, but it would totally suck if there was. 2-2. Vladdy strikes out. Strikes out swinging on Yamamoto's curveball. It's 1 out. Alejandro Kirk stepping up to the plate. Now a double play ends the inning. Runners at the corners with 1 out. And a double play will end the inning. Vladdy strikes out on the curveball. Tried to reach out at it, but it just, nope. Just didn't have it there. Alejandro Kirk batting 4th for the Jays. Alejandro Kirk, 3 for 3, home run, 2 RBI. When he's on, he's on, so that's good news. Ball, 1-0. Ball, 2-0. Two and 0 count, 1-0 Dodgers. Yamamoto having to pitch about 20 pitches this inning, which is something. Unless there's double play. Kirk fouls it off, 2-1. Getting them to about 20, 22, 24 pitches, that's a really good inning for the Jays. 30 be amazing. Kirk timeout, 2-1. Kirk hits it. And Freeman gets the out. 2 out. And Springer goes back to third. That's 2 out and 2 on. And that, at least it wasn't a double play. Line drive to Freddie. And it counts as a out. Dalton Varsho hit the home run to tie the game last night. Let's see how he does here. Dalton Varsho against Yoshi Yamamoto. Can he tie the game once again with at least a hit? Now he has to put it in play. Ball, 1-0. A walk loads the bases. A wild pitch could bring somebody home, but I don't think that'll happen. Jays, a hit runs, scores a run. Ball, 2-0. A hit scores a run. And a fly out ends the inning. A ground ball ends the inning that goes into a glove. Ernie Clement on deck. You would hope maybe Varsho walks and we see what Ernie does, but ball, 3-0. Yamamoto will have to pitch 21 pitches at least this inning. So that's an okay pitch count number to get him to. Opponents 1 for 28 with runners in scoring position and 2 outs with the Jays, or for the Dodgers. So let's see if the Jays could do better. Make it 2 for whatever. Strike! They give him the low strike to make it 3-1. Oh, I thought Varsho was going to walk there. Varsho fouls it back, 3-2, full count. Not exactly where you want to be to get walked. Varsho, 3-2 count, and he's going to get struck out watching. And that the inning's over, 1-0 Dodgers. Struck out looking. Varsho struck out looking. They ran up Yamamoto's pitch count, but dear God, Varsho, why? 1-0 Dodgers after 1. Runners to the corners couldn't bring anybody home. Dear God. No, that's a bad look. That is a bad look. All right. Let's see how the second inning goes for the Jays. got umped. At least we got some contact too. But what can you do? The only pitch they struggled with was the curveball. Okay, Blue Jays, let's play ball. Yeah, we did get some hits off the best pitcher in the league. Or one of the best pitchers in the league. That should have been bases loaded, but what can you do? Rough start. Should have been bases loaded. Should have been a walk. Gausman versus Muncy. Strike! Low 1-0 or 0-1 on Muncy. 0-1 on Muncy. 1-0 Dodgers. Jays could have had something, but they could not get runners at the corners to score. But they did get 2 hits off of Yoshi Yamamoto before it all came apart. Muncy with a high pop-up. That should be able to be caught. It's going to be Lucas. 1 out. 1 out. Jays have a 1-0 lead the series, and they're down 1-0 tonight. But if they could do what they did last night, they could easily overturn that. Kike Hernandez up at bat for the Dodgers. 1 for 4 last night with an RBI and 3 Ks. Strikeouts. .300 in the postseason. Strike! 0-1. Gausman looks good. Gausman looks really good. It's just that one run. Freddie golfed a double. Will Smith golfed an RBI single. And that's why we're down 1. I mean, both pitchers gave up 2 hits. We just gave up more costly ones. 1-1 ball. Oh, I don't think he went. Nope. 2-1. Understandable. 26 pitches. 27 pitches now. Of course, that was his 27th. 1-0. Swings through the fastball. 2-2. I don't know if it would have been a strike if he didn't, but it lit up the side. It lit up the edge, but 1 for 14, 7 strikeouts against Gausman. 2-2. That's a high pop-up. Should be caught. IKF. Caught. 2 out. Solid for Gausman so far. Elevator up the CN Tower. Elevator up the CN Tower. Gausman played for the Orioles, Braves, Reds, Giants, and Blue Jays. 2 out. No on. 1-0 Dodgers. And it is Tommy Edman. Tommy Edman at bat for the Dodgers. Ball. High ball, 1-0. Okay, call. I understand. That's fine. That's fine. Tommy Edman, 289 in the postseason. That's going to be 2-0. 2-0 count. Ball. Low ball to Edman. 3-0. Three and 0 to Edman. Strike. 3-1. You knew that was coming. Why don't you swing? Like, that's crazy. Like, he knew that strike was coming. He doesn't even swing. That's crazy. That's crazy. Like, you know that's like going to be the most obvious strike. 3-0. Popped, fouled, 3-2. We're back to a full count against Tommy Edman. Gausman might battle his way back to a strikeout here. 7-game hitting streak for Tommy Edman. Okay. 3-2. And he strikes him out. Tommy Edman strikes out swinging. Middle of the second. 1-0 Dodgers. You'll take it. Gausman battled back to get to a third out strikeout. Really? Okay, it's just nobody is. Okay. All right. 1-0. Going to the bottom of the second. Way to bounce back for Gausman. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Locked in Gausman. Gausman doing his typical give up the first inning earned run before locking in. Hey, as long as we get the lead back somehow. Tie the game. Gausman looking good right now. Gausman's looking good right now. Blue Jays going to the bottom of the second. Let's see if they could get more hits off of Yamamoto. No. As long as we win one of the two in LA, we come back to Toronto with a chance to win in 7. If we win 2 out of 3 in LA, we have a chance to win in Toronto in Game 6. Like a split, I mean, it's the Dodgers, but it's a split. Like, and hell, we went down 0-2 to the Mariners. Not like that even computes, but to what the Dodgers could be. But a split, I mean, you want 2-0, but as long as you have a split, at least you got 1 at home. It means you have to get 1 on the road. If you get 2 on the road, you come back to win at home. 2 chances to win at home. If you get all 3 on the road, the series is over. So that works both ways. So I mean, depends on how we lose. If we lose tight and it's like 3-1 or 3-2, it's like, damn it. We just didn't do enough. If it's like 8-1 and they beat our ass like we beat theirs. Clement versus Yamamoto, high pop-up, and that's going to be caught by Freddie Freeman. No, he dropped it! He dropped it! Oh, my God! Infield hit for Ernie Clement. You take it. Error by Freddie Freeman. He misjudged the ball. No way. No way. Man on, 0 out. He missed the ball. He missed the ball. He made a play for it. What was that? What was that? Ernie Clement gets a hit. You'll take it. 1-0 on Barger. The hero with a grand slam last night. Addison Barger. 1-0 against Yamamoto. Takes a strike just on the edge on the outside. 1-1. Okay. Addison Barger. Ball. Yep, 2-1. I was like, this though. All right. Get him to about 40 pitches. That's what I want to see. Get him to about 40 pitches after 2. That's what I want to see. 40, 45. Barger takes a strike. Splitter on the inside, 2-2. No, that was a strike. That was a strike. Don't complain about it. Don't complain about it. That was a strike. Two. Barger versus Yamamoto. Ball. 3-2 full count. That splitter was not a strike. Isaiah Kiner-Falefa up to hit. Even if there is a double play, which hopefully not. Walk or strike out or fly out. No double play. No double play. Or, well, hell, hit it and play as well. But Barger striked out looking at the bottom of the zone. That's 1 out. Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. Strikeout looking for Yamamoto. IKF. I mean, I get it, but see what you could do with it. But okay. That was a choice. It was a choice. IKF hits it high, and it's going to be caught by Pages. Caught by Pages. 2 out. Andres Jimenez up at bat for the Blue Jays. 2 out, 1 on. They're getting contact off Yamamoto. Andres Jimenez at bat for the Blue Jays. Can he turn the lineup over to George? You know the rest. 2.62 average, 2 homers for Andres Jimenez this postseason. That's a strike. He watches the curveball come in. 0-1. George, savior of the Blue Jays. Oh and 1. Jimenez hits it, and that's going to be picked up, snared by Betts, and that's going to be a ground out. Just got it. End of the second, 1-0 Dodgers. Can't really get mad at that. One nothing after 2 for the Dodgers. And Philly Union 2 are going to the MLS Next Pro Conference Final. Well, good for them. Well, okay. We move. We move. Going to the top of the third. Andy Pages to lead off for the Dodgers. Then Ohtani, then Betts. Let's see. Pitches. 33 pitches for Yamamoto. So he's on the same line as Gausman about right now. Third inning. Here we go. Blue Jays top of the lineup comes back to see Yamamoto at the bottom of the third. Could be worse. We'll see if they make any adjustments. We'll see if they make any good adjustments. See what Gausman does here as well. Got to stop taking borderline strikes with two, or borderline pitches with two strikes, though. Paez, 70.07 postseason, and he takes the ball high, 1-0. Go after him. He's like they're free out. Why don't you just go for him? Jesus Christ. 1 RBI in the postseason. I think that was the... Is that the one I'm thinking it is? Paez takes a strike, 1-1. I think... Isn't that the one that I think it is? Is that the RBI he has? The error? The NLDS? Is that the one? 1-1. And he hits it down on the ground. That should be a ground out. IKF to Vladdy, 1 out. Good play there. Good play there. Talking about his 3-homer game already. Dude, haven't you already talked about enough? Shohei Ohtani up against Gausman. Got sat down, 0 for 1, the first inning, leading off the game. Strike. Low strike for Gausman, 0-1. Shohei Ohtani flew out the first inning against Gausman. Hit a home run last night. A garbage time home run to make it 11-4 instead of 11-2 for the Dodgers, or for the Jays. Jays won that 11-4 because of a Ohtani 2-run homer, but instead of 11-2. But are we complaining? No. Popped up by Ohtani. That should be catchable. Clement under it, caught in foul ground, 2 out. Ohtani is sat down once again. 3 for 3 NLCS game 4, 3 homers, 3 RBI, 0 strikeouts. Rest of the postseason, 159, 3 homers, 8 RBI, 19 strikeouts. So Ohtani's really only had 1 good game this whole postseason. That's good news. Mookie Betts, 0 for 1. He got sat down with a fly out as well. That's on the ground. to Jimenez, and that should be the third out. They got him. Top of the third over. We're going to the bottom of the third. See what the Blue Jays do. George, savior of the Blue Jays. We'll see where it goes. Blue Jays, top of the order. Can they tie it up through the first third of the game? Gosman's on fire right now. Tomorrow we got Formula One and some MLS tomorrow. 3 streams, 1 review. The latest MLS game, of course, of the 3 streams. And then we will be live on Monday for game 3 of the World Series. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. And we will be back. And then game 4 on Tuesday. And then game 5 on Wednesday if there's a game 1. If there's a game 5, we'll be live for it. But we move on. Oh, that's... Waiting for the bottom of the third. Habs down 2-1 after 2. Much better second. Just sloppy at a slow start. But again, the refs stink. I'm just glad the Leafs won in overtime. The Leafs still suck this year. Either way, Blue Jays down 1-0. But they're up to bat to finish out the first third of the game. And we'll see what happens there. And we will see how the second half or the next half inning goes. The Toronto Blue Jays are only down 1. Could be absolutely worse. Could be absolutely worse. Top of the order for the Toronto Blue Jays. Top of the order for the Toronto Blue Jays. And George Springer got hit. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. George Springer got hit by Yoshi Yamamoto. Wow. No way. No way. Not again. His elbow. He got hit the elbow. Hit by the pitch in the elbow. Oh. It ran up into his hand. Oh, no. At least it ain't his knee this time. George! Why are they trying to hurt George? Why? When it's not going his way, he'll resort to unnecessary anger and borderline violence. At least he's smiling. Borderline violence. Nathan Lucas at bat against Yoshi Yamamoto. He got a hit his first time. Made it runners at the corners before it all fell apart. That's a strike low. 0-1. George Springer hit by the pitch. George, savior of the Blue Jays. 0-1. Strike. Lucas gets burned by the fastball. 0-2. Yamamoto. Lucas, foul back. Still 0-2. I'm going to need Vladdy to step up and hit a home run when he comes up. Whether it's a 2-run, 3-run, don't care. Home run. Smack that ball out the yard. Ball. He didn't go. Nope. 1 and 2. Lucas fouls it back. 1-2, fouls off the splitter. Strikeout. Lucas. Hurricanes are winning 14-7. Okay. Okay. 1 out, 1 on. Lucas strikes out on the high heat. Vladdy Jr. up at bat against Yamamoto. Can Vladdy Jr. send one out of the park? For George. Even though he's okay. Strike. Watches the cutter. 0-1. Hits it! And it's going to go off the wall! Off the wall for Vladdy! Springer to third. Runners at the corners again. 1 out, runners at the corners. Vladdy Jr. hits it off the wall. What a hit for Vladdy. Shortens up the swing. Sends it off the wall. George to third. Vladdy at first. Can the Jays get one to tie it up? Alejandro Kirk. Vladdy. What a hit. Alejandro Kirk. Can he bring a guy home? 0 for 1. Ball. 1-0. Did not go. 1-0. Runners at the corners, 1 out. Double play ends the inning. Sack fly ties the game. Hit ties the game. Home run takes the lead. Walk loads the bases. Kirk! High fly ball! It's going back! It's going to be caught by Pajes. That'll be a sack fly. George Springer home to tie the game. Alejandro Kirk sack fly ties the game. 1-1. Bottom third. One tie. Varsho at the plate. Ball. 1-0. Three. Third inning, 2 out, 1-1, 1-0 count. Varsho hits it to Freeman. That's the end of the inning. The Jays tie it with a third through the game. We'll take it 1-1. Horrible at bat for Varsho, but we'll take it. We'll take it. 1-1. 1-1. Third through the game, 1-1. Tie game, we'll take it. So that will be Freeman, Smith, Teoscar. I have no opinion. No opinion. Going to the 4th inning. Let's see what the Blue Jays do. Pitches for Yamamoto, 44. Oh, wait, that was 2-1. 2 1/3. 46. Still Morton Gosman. You know better than me, so. Tie game 1-1 after a third of the game. 2/3 of the game left to go. Brand new game. 1-1 tie. Let's see if Gosman stays hot. See if Gosman stays hot. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18 outs defensively and offensively to play with to at least get this to extras. Or walk it off. Either or. Either or. Gosman up to pitch against Freeman. Will Smith. Five World Series appearances as a manager for Dave Roberts. Freddie Freeman with a first pitch swinging. Flies out to Varsho. And it's caught. 1 out. 1 out. Will Smith and Teoscar. I mean, it is what it is. I'd rather the USA cannot have a fall spring format. It does not work in this country with how many climates there are. So Don Garber might give you what you want, but I think he's dumb if he does. He only really helps Miami there and Orlando. Will Smith up to hit. 1-1. Or 1-1 game, 1 out, top 4. The catcher, Will Smith. That's a strike. 0-1 on Will Smith. Teoscar Hernandez up next. 62% fastball usage for Gosman tonight compared to 44% ALDS, ALCS. I don't know if that adds relief inning. Popped up by Smith. Smith pops it up. Barger to catch, and he gets it. That's 2 out. 2 out. Teoscar Hernandez up next. Fair enough. Seeley would be good in Europe. I agree. Frankly, I want him in Europe so I could be happy about when he does well instead of him playing for Montreal. Teoscar Hernandez takes a strike. 0-1. Like, I could be happy if Seeley does well if he plays for a European team and not Montreal. But he does good, and I give him his props. And that is a strike. 0-2. Swings through the split. Be much better if he played for somebody where I could be like very happy for him. 2 strikeout, 2 ground outs, 7 flyouts for Gausman. But if you're getting the outs, it doesn't really matter, doesn't it? 2 outs. And he gets him looking. And that's the end of the 4th, the middle of the 4th. 15 outs defensively for the Jays to at least get to extras, if not win the game. But now we got to see what they do at bat. So let's keep the line moving. 1 earned run for Gausman through 4. If he goes through the 5th and 2 outs into the 6th, he'll match 5 2/3 again. But we'll see how the bottom of the inning goes. Nice. Hope you had a good time. Going to the bottom of the 4th, the Blue Jays have a tie game. Let's see if they can get the lead. Gausman's been amazing for most of the game. It's been a good game for Gausman. Even the 1 earned run he's given up, all things considered. Gausman at 48 pitches to Yamamoto's 46. Gausman! Let's get Gausman through 6. Come on. 5 2/3 ain't cutting it. We got to get him through 6. Oh. Going to bottom 4. Slavkovsky scores. Tie game for the Habs. Well, good for them. 2-2. Blue Jays. Tie game for them. 4 hits for the Jays. 2 for the Dodgers. The Dodgers have not had a hit since the first inning. Since their RBI single by Will Smith, they have not had a hit. The Toronto Blue Jays have had 4 hits since because they're bottom of the inning. Ernie Clement versus Yamamoto. Takes the ball 1-0. Ernie Clement got on base with the failed catch by Freddie Freeman in the infield. Ernie Clement flares it out, and Yamamoto will get to first before Clement. That's the first out of the inning. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Isaiah Connor-Falefa up to bat for the Jays. No, it's Addison Barger, then Falefa, then okay. So lead off Jimenez most likely. Next inning, Barger! Barger gonna fly it back. Paez will make the catch. 2 out. Paez makes the catch for 2 out. IKF up next. Jimenez will be at bat. Very likely lead off the top of the 5th, or the bottom of the 5th. IKF. We don't need him. IKF takes a strike. 0-1. I mean, they did chant that last night, but I mean, this is a lot closer. IKF takes the ball low, 1-1. Jimenez will come up next. Whether IKF gets on base, he will hit the 4th. He will hit the 5th, lead off the 5th if IKF does not get on base. IKF gets it down to Betts, and that'll be the 3rd out. We're going to the 5th. 1-1 tie. And Jimenez will lead off the bottom of the 5th for the Jays. But let's see how the Jays do with Gausman pitching the 5th. Gausman getting to the 5th. Let's see if he could get deeper than 5 2/3. Of course, he would have to finish the 5th to get to the possible 2/3 later on in the 6th. But we'll see. Gausman's doing well, too. 51 to 48 pitches. Horrible. Less than ideal. Less than ideal. Brentford didn't score 7 because they can't finish, and even then it was still 3. Good point. The way this game is going, whoever scores the next run is probably going. If somebody scores 3 runs, they're going to win this game. The way this game's going. How good Gausman and Yamamoto have been. Boom. But we're going to the bottom, or going to the top of the 5th. Almost 2/3 through the game. We're getting close to 2/3 through the game. This is my goal. Wow. It's my goal. Wow. Not ideal for the Jays, this bottom of the 4th. But let's see how Gausman does in the 5th. This game's ending at 10 p.m. at this pace, which I'm not complaining about it. But either way, make him throw. Make him throw. Gausman up to pitch against the Dodgers once again. Max Muncy. Max Muncy up to bat, and that's going to be a ball. What'd I do? I don't know who the hell that is. 1-0. Strike. 1-1. I hope you're mad about the refs during the Habs game. Caulfield got cross-checked to the boards. Okay, I was like, what'd I do? 1-1. What do you say fuck me for? 1-1. Bunt. Muncy. I mean, he set up. That should be a strike. 1-2. Yeah, I thought so. I don't know who the hell Hassam is, so. No, I don't. Habs on the power play. Well, at least they got a power play. He set up to bunt. That's okay, whatever. 1-2. 1-2 for Gausman. That's going to be a ball, 2-2. Gausman and Yamamoto both went 4. Gausman has 1 less strikeout. And he strikes out Muncy. 1 out. 4 strikeouts for Gausman. Next up, Kike Hernandez. Stepping up at bat to face Kevin Gausman. And that'll be Tommy Edman after that. And if he gets on, then it's Andy Pajes. Strike 1, fouled off. Well, yeah, I mean, if he gets to him. In theory, I mean, if he gets Edman out, Gausman's at least going 5 1/3. He's only got to get 1 more third to equal all of his outings. That's a strike. Low strike, 0-2. That's all he would have to do if he gets Edman out, too. 0-2. Ball. Horrible pitch. He's so butthurt. Yeah, I saw Goldberg's comments. Do I look like Luis Pacharo? Do I look like Luis? I didn't know you were blind. Strikes him out. 2 out. 13 defensive outs to go for the Blue Jays. Got him. Oh, Vander Kane put Caulfield to the boards. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. That doesn't surprise me. 2 outs. 4 2/3 for Gausman against Tommy Edman. Because I guess a streak's a gimmick. Strike. Low strike on Edman, 0-1. Because I guess if you have a streak, to Goldberg, he thinks that's a gimmick because he never had another thing to hang on to. Because the man was never entertaining to begin with. That's going to be hit by Edman. That's going back, and it should be caught, and it is. Middle of the 5th. 12 outs to go. 28-7 to Miami. You're crazy. They're fighting hard. They're fighting hard. Because Undertaker at least had gimmicks. At least Undertaker acted like a dead guy. At least Undertaker was able to believably act like a motorcycle jackass and cut promos. Goldberg could not do that. Goldberg was the most dominant wrestler of all time. And then no charisma, nothing to speak of. So there's a difference. We're going to the bottom of the 5th. 28-7 Miami. Undertaker had much more to be remembered for than just the streak. 3-2 for the Habs on the power play, I'm guessing. Bottom of the 5th. Gausman is 2/3 away from having another 5 2/3 length outing. 5 2/3 innings length outing. Hopefully he gets to 6 innings, if not more. But we're getting close. By the time I got to see Goldberg, actually perform live, he was old as shit. But just because his streak, yeah, it's awesome he was powerful. What charisma? It was because the guy was imposing. That's it. Like, he had no charisma, nothing else to back up from, just the fact, oh, hard to beat me. I'm powerful. Like, that's about it. Like, Goldberg needed a guy like Paul Heyman as well, is my point. Goldberg was good in the ring for what he was, yes, but especially when he was at his peak, but he needed a guy like Paul Heyman to carry him on the promo and such. Like Jim Cornette be his manager, or Jimmy Hart, or some of that ilk. So do that what you will. Bolduc got a point on Matheson's goal. Not surprised. I just think Goldberg should have had a manager who could have been a heater for him. Jimmy Hart, something like that. Andres Jimenez to lead off the fifth, bottom of the fifth. Jimenez fouls it back, 0-1. Oh. Oh and 1 on Jimenez. Ball, 1-1. Looked like a wrestling superstar, fair enough, but I have no idea how to answer that question. And Jimenez will fly out to Hernandez. 1 out. 1 out. George Springer about to come up for the Jays. Yamamoto had 1-1-2-3 inning tonight. Gosman's had 4 out of 5. Gosman's locked in since he gave up the run. The Jays have tied the game. George Springer coming up. Home run can take the lead. And maybe that could be enough. Ball, 1-0. Mississippi State should have won today. I agree, but it's Mississippi State. Never take things for granted. Never think it's likely. Never think it's likely because it's Mississippi State. And that's going to be hit to third base to Muncy, and that should be a ground out, and it is. George Springer out. It's 2 out. Bottom 5. Nathan Lucas up to bat. Can he get on base for Vladdy to maybe drive one? We'll see. Yamamoto takes a strike, or Lucas takes a strike off Yamamoto, 0-1. Or 1-0. It's a ball, 1-0. Okay, sure. That's a bad call, but well, it's good for the Jays, but it's a bad call in general. 1-0. Lucas swings through the cutter, 1-1. Ay. Demidov makes it 4-2 for the Habs. Well, good for them. I think that's something. Lucas hits it straight to Yamamoto, and that's the end of the 5th. We're going to the 6th. 1-1 tie. 12 defensive outs, 12 offensive outs to play with for the Jays to take the win, or just get to extras and then maybe take the win. Gosman coming back out for the 6th. Andy Pages, Shohei Ohtani, and Mookie Betts due up. Gosman should at least get 5 1/3. Other than that, we'll see how the second. We're going to the 5th. We're going to the 5th. Or the 6th, I mean. We're going to the 6th. This is a really quick game. 8:30 Central, 9:30 Eastern. 6th inning. Here comes Prime Felipe Mora. Do you hate San Diego or something? Gosman's on. Let's see if Gosman can get through 6 full innings. Well, let's see how this goes. Same with Toronto. It's why I always say I want Toronto back in the Champions Cup. Okay. Respectable. Agreed. These always make me cry. These stand up to cancer ads always make me cry when everybody has the boards. Or at least put tears in my eyes, but I'm trying not to cry on camera. I mean, I almost cried during the All-Star game when they did this. On camera when I did the All-Star game, so. It's Mississippi State. That's Mississippi State. What am I going to say at this point? I could care less right now. I could care less at this point. I could care less at this point. Are the Blue Jays the only team making you happy this year? I mean, Chelsea won the Club World Cup and Conference League, so no. Chelsea did make me happy when the Conference League and Club World Cup came around, so there's that. But one of the only two, yeah. This is definitely going to hurt the pace of the game. Blue Jays, Gausman out for the top of the sixth. 37 seconds to first pitch of the sixth. Waiting for the game to get back. Top of the sixth. This better not hurt Gausman's roll. I swear to God. Gausman went 5. Yamamoto's gone 5. 4 hits to 2. 1 run to 1. 1 earned run to 1. 0 walks to 0 walks. 4 Ks to 5 Ks. Gausman with more strikeouts. Which, honestly, is a little bit, yeah, that's something. Gausman to start off against Andy Pages. Gausman should at least get to 5 1/3. And then from there, we'll see. 134 splitters, 2 hits allowed for Gausman during the postseason. We'll see. They got Glass now. Yamamoto. Oh, yeah, Yamamoto started when... Okay, got it. Yep. 1-1. Here we go. Paez versus Gosman. This should be a free out, but God only knows. 1-1 tie going to the 6th. Paez hits it. Barger caught. 5 1/3 for Gosman. 1 out. 11 outs defensively to get. Shohei Ohtani up to bat. Almost, well, bottom 6 would be 2/3 through the game, yes. Ohtani 0 for 2, fly out, foul out. Gosman versus Ohtani and Betts. At least for the rest of this inning. Ball. He didn't go. 1-0. How Florida State lose to this Stanford team? I have no idea. Florida State might be worse than I thought. 1-0. Strike! 1-1. Low fastball. 62 pitches for Gosman. Hits it high. Ohtani hits it high. Should be catchable. Clement gets it. That's 2 out. Gosman goes 5 2/3 again. Can he finally go 6 during a playoff game? Damn. That's sad. Yeah, I saw that. Rest in peace to Manuel Lapuente. It's sad to see. Sad to see. Gosman about right in line with his postseason starts. He might go a little bit better. Mookie Betts at bat. Top 6. Gosman cooking. Strike. 0-1. But again, sad to hear. Pray for his family. We pray for Lapuente's family. We pray for everybody who was coached by him, who knew him. We pray for his soul. 0-1. Popped up by Betts. Will that be catchable? Vladdy. Should he does. And it's the middle of the 6th. Vladdy Jr. catches it 3 out. 3-6-9. 7-8-9. 3-6-9 defensive outs to go. Vladdy with a nice catch. Hey, at least our first baseman could catch in the infield. Sorry, Freddie, but I had to. I would understandable. We'll take a short break at the half or at the middle of the 6th. We'll be back soon. Sit tight. We're back. Good goal from Garland. Just got to tip the cap. Habs still leading 4-3. Canucks pulled their goalie with 4 to go. That's ballsy. Yeah, that is pretty ballsy. Jays are a 1-1 tie. 3 outs away from 2/3 through the game. Of course, 7-8-9's the third of the game. 1-1. The Jays have more hits than the Dodgers. Vladdy Guerrero Jr. to lead off the bottom of the 6th. Wouldn't it be funny and awesome if he hit a homer? Wouldn't it be awesome if he hit a homer to take the lead? Just let the Jays roll. Pitching duel so far with 3 innings to go. Well, 3.5. Wouldn't it be funny? Yamamoto versus Vladdy. Vladdy takes a strike, 0-1. 1 for 2, single to third for Vladdy. Ball 1-1. Alejandro Kirk up next. 1 for 2 for Vladdy, 62 pitches for Yamamoto. Bottom 6. Ball 2-1. If a team gets the 3 runs today, I think that's who's going to win. Let me be real with the way this game's going. 2-1. Vladdy hits it down, and that's going to be a ground out to Edman. And Vladdy grounds out. Hits Yamamoto in the legs, and Vladdy grounds out. Alejandro Kirk up next. That was bad. That was bad. No, it didn't hit him in the legs. Just went off the mound, actually. But Edman makes the play. Vladdy could have ran a bit harder, but okay, that's fine. Alejandro Kirk. 0 for 1. Ball 1-0. Kirk. See him set up. 1-0. Strike 1. Horrible swing. 1-1. Bottom 6, time to eat. 66 pitches for Yamamoto. Gave up a run, but he's been very, 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 very clinical. 1-1 count on Kirk. Strike. Low slider, 1-2. It's going to take somebody to run into one, I think. One, 2. And he strikes out. Kirk strikes out at the curveball, 2 out. Dillon Varsho up next. Somebody's got to run into one. Somebody's got to run into one at this point. Either team. I feel like Gausman has more of a chance to let one go. 2 out Varsho. That's going to be a ball. Wait, he took it? He swung. 0-1, he swung. Awesome. Dillon Varsho, strikeout, ground out. Hit the home run to tie the game last night. Varsho takes the ball, 1-1. Varsho lets it, and it's caught by Betts. We're going to the 7th. 2/3 through the game. It's still tied 1-1. 4 hits to 2. Gausman will come back out, and we'll see what happens in the 7th. We're going to the final third of the game. 9 outs each. 9 outs each to get to extra innings at the very least. Defensively and offensively. I won't complain. Somebody's got to run into one at this point. Either or. Either or. Either or. At least it's a tie game. Gausman will come back out after pitching 6. His longest run in the playoffs. Nine outs each, defensively and offensively. Most likely extra innings in that case. Amazing pitching duel tonight. So, here we go. Gausman, how much longer can he go? That would be Freeman, Smith, Teoscar. Yep. Freeman, Smith, Teoscar up next. Now, if we get the lead, do we let Gausman keep going? Or do we pull him and let the... I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Because I'm not sure, really. I'm not sure. Habs win 4-3. I'm not too sure. What if we did get the lead? Matt Turner's at the Jays game. They sent Matt Turner to Toronto. Wow. That's some Freddie Freeman up at bat for the Dodgers. Gausman, Dillon. High pop-up. That should be caught by Varsho. And it will be 1 out. 8 outs to get defensively to at least get to extra innings. Gausman's retired 17 straight batters. Yamamoto's retired 11 straight. Absolute pitching duel in the World Series. Classic pitching duel. You love to see it. My nerves are absolutely at a freaking all-time high. But Will Smith up at bat for the Dodgers. Then Teoscar Hernandez up next. Top 7. Whew. Smith. Tomorrow we got a Formula 1 stream, 2 MLS games. Monday we got the World Series Game 3. That's a ball, 1-0. So we're very busy tomorrow comparatively. Comparatively, we're still busy tomorrow. So do that what you will. 1-0. Strike! 1-1. Gausman's gone 6 1/3. His longest postseason start yet this year. Who's to say it could be his last if this series keeps going as well as it is for the Jays. Strike! No! Ball low. 2-1 on Smith. 2-1 on Smith. Tries to get him to chase low. He does not. 2-1. Ball, 3-1. Gausman, 3-1 behind Smith. 70 pitches. Teoscar Hernandez up next. Hits it high and foul. 3-2 on Smith. Full count. 7-3 for the Habs. They're doing really well. Honestly, the way this game's going to go, it's either pitcher is player of the game. Whoever wins the game is going to be player of the game when it comes to the pitcher. And Smith drives one, and that's going to go, and it's gone. Will Smith with a home run, and it's 2-1 Dodgers. He ran into one. That's exactly what I said had to happen. Will Smith runs into one, and it's back to a Dodger lead. Yeah, the Jays are cooked. I think that's it. Top 7, Will Smith homer off Gausman. He had the RBI single, and now he had the homer. That's game. I feel like that's game. That's it. That's game. That's the game. Teoscar Hernandez, that's the game. That's the game. There's no way we pick up anything off of. There's no way. There's no way we pick some up off of Yamamoto or Sasaki. That's what we're staring down at now. I mean, Gausman did the best he could. I'm not saying he didn't. He did the best he could. I'm not mad at all. You hold the Dodgers to 2 runs, you got to do your job. Teoscar fouls it off for 1-2. I think that's game. One and two. Ball, 2-2. Offense has been sleeping all game. You can't win if you can't hit. Exactly. And Yamamoto's been carving them. And he gets him swinging. Teoscar gets caught swinging. 2 out. Gausman's gone 6 2/3 and gave up 2 runs. You can't ask for more, really. And the Jays now have to wake up. Jays, you better be the comeback kings. You better do it again. That's all I'm saying. Max Muncy up to bat against Gausman. Will Smith has been the man to make Gausman pay tonight. The RBI single and the homer. Drove in both runs, being Freddie Freeman and him. Reminds me of the Cal Raleigh home run in Game 1. Except Yoshi Yamamoto is actually a good pitcher. I mean, what else could you do? Damn it. 0-1. Jays, you better wake up. You better wake up. This is hell. Well, I won't say it is, but splitter, low for a ball, 1-1. I mean, strike 2. 6 defensive outs to get. We're going to have to get them. 9 offensive outs to play with. The good news is we have to get 1 run to tie the game in 9 outs. 2 runs to lead, that's going to be tougher. And that's a ball, 2-2. This will probably be Gausman's last inning. Or not. Home run! Muncy. And he hits it out, and it's 3-1 Dodgers. Max Muncy. You knew he would. Max Muncy hits a home run, 3-1. And that's definitely game. Three one. I'm not happy. I mean, I'm not angry, but I'm not happy either. Like, I'll take a split. We're not getting our ass kicked, but Gausman's out for Varland. And we're going to lose to the Dodgers. This is going to be a split. Well, I mean, I did say. That's game. 1 run was game. That's definitely game. Two solo homers. And that's going to do it for the Jays. I won't go there. I won't go there, but this hurts. It's going to be tough. Got to get some against Yamamoto. No, I'm not getting angry. Gausman had a good game. You ain't going to win scoring a run. And the run we were going to score would have tied the game. Yamamoto's cooking the Jays. Yamamoto is carving up the Jays at bat. He is. The longer this game's gone, the worse the at-bats look. They started off well. I don't know, and I don't know. Gauss pitched a gem too, but just a little bit worse than Yamamoto. Clement and Barger getting up next for the Jays. I mean, that was a quality start most of all. I mean, I'm not mad at Gausman. I'm not mad at anybody. Yamamoto's just a damn good pitcher. Hernandez against Varland, that's going to be a fly out. We're going to the middle of the 7th, and the Jays have to do some work. They got 9 defensive outs to take the lead or take the win, or at least get us back to extras, get us back tied. 9 defensive outs. 9 defensive outs. Offense needs to do their part. Such is life, eh? You wish you could see better. I mean, you can't see much better from Gosman. Just Yamamoto was maybe even better. Yamamoto was maybe even better. Now the Jays got to do some at the bat. They got to do some at the bat. If they don't, probably game. That was probably game. Those 2 homers are probably game. But the Jays have 9 outs to get, or 9 outs to play with, to at least tie the game. It's the fucking Dodgers. It was always going to be hard to get a 2-0 lead at Sky Dome. And frankly, Yamamoto's supposed to be their best guy, right? And he freaking looks like it. You're acting like we're playing some nobody. Like, yeah, I'd love a 2-0 lead. It was always going to be tough. And frankly, the Jays are comeback kings. It's not over till it's over, but it feels like it's over. But the Jays have done crazier shit. It's not like we put in a freaking reliever who threw the game away. Gosman was cooking. He gives up 2 homers. So fucking be it. Yamamoto, we weren't going to win with 1 run anyway. It's the Dodgers. And by the time we got that 1 run, it was a tie game. I mean, what were we supposed to do? Ernie Clement, strike. Now that's not good. Because Yamamoto's much better than Snell. Yamamoto is just nearly unhittable. The longer he goes, I guess. Clement takes the ball 1-1. They couldn't run up Yamamoto's pitch count like they did Snell's, so they didn't get the shitty relievers. That's where we are. Ernie Clement fouls it off 1-2. And the Jays won 2 out of 3 in Seattle, so I don't need to hear that shit. If anybody's pissing me off, it's you. Ball, 2-2. But then again, that's what you do all the time, don't you? You love to piss me off. You love to run your damn mouth. That's what you love to do, don't you, you jackass? 2-2. And Clement, ground ball to Max Muncy. Out, 1 out. Now we're down to 8. That's not going to work, sir. 36% chance to pitch 9+ innings for Yoshi Yamamoto. Last pitcher with back-to-back postseason complete games, Kurt Schilling, 2001. Addison Barger at bat. Barger hits it on the ground, and that'll be a ground out. 2 out. Just amazing. 2 out. 2 out. Damn it. 7 outs to get. 7 outs to play with offensively. Bo Bichette, pinch hit for IKF. Okay. Okay. Not yet. No. No. No, that happens if our backs are against the wall. We have to win every game left to win the series. I told you how that shit works. If we're down 3-1 after game 4, then I'll put on the red jersey. If we're down 3-2 after game 5, I'll wear the red jersey. If it's tied 3-3 going to game 7, I don't know. That's a different situation. But if it's tied, I don't know. Bo Bichette. The red jersey is break glass in case of disaster. I explained it. 1-0 on Bo Bichette. End of the 7th. Bo Bichette grounds out. 6 outs to go. Yay. Yay. 3-1 Dodgers. Going to the 8th. I don't want you to hug me. I told you. Stop that shit. If there's anybody I want to hug me, it sure ain't you. No disrespect. I don't want that from you. I don't want that from you. And I think we're losing this one. I think it's going to be a split after 2, which, I mean, it was never going to be easy, but it hurts. I didn't say that either. Didn't say that either. Didn't say that either. Whatever. Well, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, we're going to the 8th. Blue Jays Varland is staying in. That's interesting. No. World Series or CONCACAF on the off days. I don't know. What the hell? U17 World Cup. No U17 World Cup. No. World Series or CONCACAF/MLS on the off days, plus 1 F1 stream. Popped up, and Tommy Edmonds going to pop up to get the first out of the 8th. Bo Bichette stays in at 2nd. That was an interesting pinch hit situation. Well, yeah. Andy Paez. Strike. We'll see what happens there. Oh, 1. Strike. No, ball. What? 1-1. Bad call. 3-1 Dodgers. So, we got at least Paez puts it down the middle for a hit. He got a hit off Varland. Yeah, no, this game's cooked. Free out gets a hit. Yeah, no, this game's cooked. Game's cooked. 1 out. Shohei Ohtani versus Louis Varland. Yeah, this is going to be ugly. I told you that's if our backs are against the wall. God, Mile High, are you turning into Pacharo? Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. That's a foul ball. I don't know why you're turning into Pacharo, but it seems like you are. Oh and 1. Well, as I said, all we have to do is go 500. Good person. He gaslights the shit out of me. What do you mean? Hits it low, and Ohtani gets a hit off Varland. Paez out it. No. Check it. Paez goes back to second. Let's see. I think they might have got him. He did overrun second. Let's see. Ohtani hits it. Barger throws to second. Paez overruns. I think he got him. Jimenez. Nope. No, it is 2 on, no out. It is 2 on, no out. Okay, Barger. Nah, he didn't get him. That's not challengeable. 1 out. No, they are challenging it, though. What? That's a bad challenge. That was a bad challenge. OMG. Barely safe. Tried to get him. Barely safe. Safe by a mile. Oh, no. That's not a good sign. One out. Betts at bat. Top 8. Blue Jays have 6 outs to play with offensively to get the tie at least, if not the lead back. And Varland ain't got it. Yep, we're cooked. We're cooked. This one's over. I think this one's over. Strike, 1 and 1. Shit's going down. Yeah, we've established that. I guess it's going around the Antilles instead. You know what? I just realized, though. It must be going from the Antilles into Trinidad because hurricane. Yeah, okay, that's 2-1. Well, if they're going Venezuela, it might just be the Pacific. Either way. Betts fouls it off 2 and 2. 2 and 2. Ball, 3 and 2, full count. We'll have to make Betts chase. Freddie Freeman up next. And he walks him. Jesus Christ. Varland. Trash. He ain't got it tonight. Get him out. Just eat the L. I don't give a shit at this point. Well, I guess I do. But either way, get him out. And it's going to be a pitching change for Jeff Hoffman. Jeff Hoffman. We're going to run Jeff Hoffman. Okay. They're running out Jeff Hoffman. Okay. Jeff Hoffman's going to have to get 2 outs. UCLA got killed by Indiana. All right. Just Dodgers were better tonight. Just enough better. Well, from now, what would that be? 3-2? 5 games. Now the Jays got to be 3-2 for the rest of the World Series, if this holds. Win Game 2 for the Blue Jays of Toronto FC. No playoffs till 2030. Game 2. Like, at this point, I don't know if I could stand it. Like, at this point, if the Blue Jays don't win the World Series, I don't think they'll ever have a season that tops this, even if they do win a World Series in the future. I don't know. I don't really want this season to be like, yeah, I know they won the 20-something World Series, but it's not as good as 2025 was. Wild pitch, and that scores a run. Andy Paz comes home to score, 4-1. Wild pitch. Jeff Hoffman. Yeah, that's game. Bunch of idiots. That's it. Jeff Hoffman frickin' spiked it. So 3 streams. Oh, he hit his foot. Well, if he hit his foot, that means that doesn't score. Wild pitch off his foot scores. Intentional walk. No, it's hit by pitch. Oh, no, the bases were loaded. Oh, okay, yeah. No, it scores him anyway. 4-1. And Smith takes the strike, 0-1. Hell. Well, I'm wearing a different jersey on Monday, that's for sure. Losers. Ball. 1-1. Not looking good for Toronto. I know. You don't have to tell me. I have eyes. Dude, I have eyes. Career with the bases loaded, 329 average, 1 grand slam. We're about to take the damn L. But I have to watch the rest of this game so I can review the game. How fun. Double play. That's 1. And that'll be, nope, that'll score. Ohtani comes home 5-1. Okay, so our bullpen shit too. Okay, so basically, not from you. Teoscar takes a strike. Runners at the corners, 2 out. At least it's only a split, right? At least we got one win, right? Still not enough for us to win the game. So, no. 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 The only... Do I have to spell it out for you? Do I have to spell it out for you? Oh, and 2. I mean, if it was... Well, no, 4 would just tie it. So, still, that doesn't work for me. Top 8, 0 and 2. 6 outs to get with a 4-run deficit. At least it's not... We still have more outs than runs. May not last long. Teoscar strikes out. We're going to the bottom of the 8th. See you Monday. Well, I still got more. But you would take it to extra innings. This bullpen ain't going to do shit to extras. Like, we'd have to survive like 4 innings of freaking Sasaki. Again, not from you. Again, not from you. From the beautiful reason I root for the Steelers? Yes, it would. From you, no. Do I have to spell it out for you? From the beautiful reason I root for the Steelers? Yes, it would take the pain away. From you, no. Do I have to spell it out for you? Y'all legit. Y'all don't want to hear... You don't want to hear the lyrics. Y'all just want to dance. Y'all don't want to hear the lyrics. Y'all just want to dance. Y'all just want to dance. As Outkast once said. I don't trust our bullpen and extras anyway. Is one of them a multi-run home run? Activated panic alert. Ay, ay, ay. One tie of the series. Well, that means at least the good news is I can make all 3 streams for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday from games 3 to 5. I don't have to worry about a sweep on either end. There will be a game 5. Let the comeback begin. It's not happening. Yeah, I heard there's possible severe weather coming in Louisiana tomorrow. Yeah, I've heard. Not high risk, but a little risk. Six outs to play with to get 4 runs to tie the game. 5 runs to win. The Blue Jays are very close to losing this game. We'll have a review for this game. Then I'll be live for the Formula One Mexico Grand Prix tomorrow at 3. Probably not, but I mean, the Jays have came back in crazier ways. They're the comeback kids of all time, really. And not swinging at that's a good way to that's not a good way to start. 0-1 on Jimenez. Strike. Swings through the splitter 0-2. I mean, Yamamoto was just that guy. Andy Baez in right field. Justin Dean in center as a defensive replacement. Jimenez, foul ball. Dodgers are 8-0 when their starters go 6+ innings. I think that'll become 9-0. Rest of MLB 7-7 will become 7-8. Because Gausman also went 6+, but did not go well for him. 0-2. This game is way closer than the score says, but that's what happens when Yoshinobu Yamamoto almost gets another freaking complete game, 1-2. If not will. Well, 3-2 for the rest of the season, eh? All right. George Springer on deck. Yamamoto strikes out Jimenez. One out. 5 outs. 5 outs. Pain. 5 outs, pain. Different jersey on Monday. We'll see which one I'll wear. Probably the powder blue. Yamamoto's that dude. Springer taps it away for 0-1. It's hard to be mad, but it hurts. Strike. High curveball. Dumps in for a strike, 0-2. We are equal with outs and runs if Springer gets out here. Oh! Inside, 1-2. Almost gets hit again. I mean, it's not as bad as Yamamoto. I think we could handle everybody else. Yamamoto's freaking Jesus, man. I'll say one thing about Dodgers fans. They might not know ball. The bulk of them strikes out Springer, 2 out. They might not know ball, the bulk of them, and they don't know how good the Jays are. But Yoshinobu Yamamoto is as good as advertised, if not better. No. That man is good. He's awesome. Player of the game, Yoshinobu Yamamoto. Going freaking 7 2/3, if not 8, maybe even 9. Yeah, sure. Man of the game, player of the game for sure. Lucas takes a strike. Yeah, he ain't doing shit. 0-1. He ain't doing shit. I mean, I don't know if... I don't think they've seen him before. 0-2. I don't think they've seen Yamamoto before. No, I don't think so. I think it's the first time they've seen him. If we play him again, you build on this. And that's a ball, 1-2. BS. BS what? BS what? 1-2. Refs winning. Strikeout. Lucas struck out. And there's 3 more outs for the Jays to play with to get the comeback. We're going top 9. And I guess keep it a clean inning. I guess. I don't know. No, not really. The Dodgers just hit Gausman. Yamamoto's cooking. Gausman, he got 2 home runs hit off of him, and Louis Varland played shittily when it came to being in as a bullpen pitcher. And Jeff Hoffman had to clean up his mess and really couldn't. So Gausman did well for 7 innings, but gave up 3 runs. And then Louis Varland was ass. I wouldn't say choked. I would say dominated by Yoshi Yamamoto. And the Dodgers are that good that it was always going to be hard. If the Dodgers, let me be real, they scored 4 the last game, yeah? They scored 5 here. Dodgers could still hit. You can't give them free runs too, which they did with Varland and Hoffman. So, no, I wouldn't say choking. I would say Dodgers are playing good. Huh. Oh. Somebody's on the Rumble side. Okay. Yeah, I can't read the Rumple chat on StreamYard because it's stupid. With that being said, top 9, Fisher in. Yeah, we're taking the L. Muncy. Yeah, we're just going to eat that L. I mean, sure, but yeah. I mean, Vladdy was up 5 years ago, but I'm not even paying attention to Pacharo. I'm not because I'm not angry. I don't want to be angry. It is what it is. It is what it is. I can't say much more. It's a split. It's the Dodgers. So be it. So be it. Yamamoto is probably the best pitcher the Jays have played all playoffs and all season. Oh, come on. Jesus Christ. Gausman still had a 1-2-3 inning after that concert. Let's not do that. Gausman normally starts losing it around the 7th anyway. Let's not blame it on that. If it happened in the 6th, okay, you have a point. There was still a whole inning in between that. And Gausman normally starts losing his stuff around the 7th anyway. I'm not going to subscribe to that theory. I'm sorry. Gausman lost it. Yamamoto didn't. It's a split, to be fair, could be worse. I'm not ranting at all. I'm not mad at all. I mean, it's not like they threw in Brendan Little to freaking, pitch with a tie game or 1-run lead and then turned it to a tie game and then loaded the bases. I mean, it's not like that happened or anything similarly stupid, but less stupid. 3-0 for Fisher. I mean, I can live with this. I can live with this. It's still the Dodgers. It was going to be tough. Their bats still hit. They've scored 4 and 5 during the series. We just couldn't score 11 tonight. And he walks Muncy. Fisher walks Muncy. All right. Yamamoto masterclass. No. Patriots fan, and of course, as I say, I have a beautiful reason to bandwagon the Steelers. So that's a bunt, foul, 0-1. So, I mean, also I have a soft spot for the Buccaneers and Lions and Saints, but as well. But I'd say mostly Patriots and Steelers at this point. I'd say when it comes to NFL fandom, mostly Steelers and Patriots at this point. And Kike pops up. That should be an out for the Jays. And Vladdy gets it. That's 1 out. Why isn't the crowd booing? Because they didn't choke. Hell no. Hell no, I don't. I don't wish I was a Broncos fan. Dumb. I don't wish I was a Broncos fan. I hate they beat the shit out of the Patriots, but, well, we won't even talk about that game. We won't even talk about that game. 1-0. 1 out for Tommy Edman and Boca Juniors. That's not what we were talking about, but okay. Strike. 1-1. Why do you like trying to piss me off so much? Seriously, why do you do that? Why do you do that? And Tommy Edman swings it high. That should be catchable by Barger. It is caught. 2 out. Andy Paez. You got a winning record. Well, the Patriots and Steelers both do. And when they do react, you say, why are they being so loud? So you're a fucking hypocrite. How about you go and focus? Jesus Christ, Pacharo. Go and focus. Pajes. Want to know. Focus, man. Focus. Depends on the situation. So you're a hypocrite. He knows how to piss me off. I hate hypocrites. Very much so. That's one thing I hate the most in this world. Good job. Good job. Hypocrite alert. Hypocrite. Top 9, 2-0 on Pajes. If we walk this guy. Popped up 2-1. Either you don't care. Either you don't really care about sports, or you don't understand what it's like to root for a team who hasn't been good in 32 years. Or been this good in 32 years. I mean, we can't forget 2015 and 2016. Strike, 2-2. ALCS failures. But, you know, you don't understand. You don't understand the pain and the suffering that the city of Toronto has gone through. And Pajes lifts it. That should be caught by Varsho. And it is. We're going to the bottom of the ninth. 3 outs, 4 runs. Yamamoto coming back out. Five 5-1 Dodgers. Well, at least this game's under 3 hours. You know what other World Series went 1-1 after 2 games? 1992 and 1993. Well, that's just some... I don't find it funny. I don't find it funny. Either way. Boy, you know what? Today ended up going from awesome to just shit. Lando Norris got poles for the Mexican Grand Prix, which is amazing. We'll be live for that at 3 p.m. tomorrow. Lando got pole, and Oscar Piastri's in 7th. We love that. If Lando wins, Lando will lead the World Drivers' Championship with 5 to go. That's amazing. Or 4 to go. That's amazing. The Mississippi State had the lead. They had a 10-point lead, and they choked it to Texas. That sucked. The Blue Jays had a gem from Gausman against a gem for Yamamoto, and we blinked first. And now we're tied instead of... It could be... I guess it could be worse. Either way... Either way... Then MLS playoffs, because we have an off day tomorrow for the World Series. So 3 streams tomorrow, 1 review. That'll be the Portland-San Diego game. We'll get the review. So, and then we'll be back for the World Series Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, which we'll know it's all 3. Because the worst that could happen is we lose in 5. Or the Dodgers lose in 5. But there will be a 5th game, so we know that already. We know that because of the split. So I just make all 3. Games 3, 4, and 5. Yoshi Yamamoto out for the 9th. He might get another complete game. Well, at least we're not the Brewers. Did they get any runs on him? I don't think they did. Vladdy Jr. I'd have to check, but hold on. Just kidding. 1 for 3 for Vladdy Jr. Vladdy takes a strike. A frame strike. Yeah, he got pulled from the squad, but he made an apology. I don't know what the hell's going on. Like, I don't know if he's going to play tomorrow or not. Vladdy golfs it away 0-2. I don't know if, like, I know he's being a diva. I know he's being a crybaby. I just said. I mean, no. Y'all ain't the beautiful reason I root for the Steelers. I really don't. No. No. I'm not really. You're not exactly what I want to lift my spirits right now. You're not exactly what I want to lift my spirits right now, but shit. I guess if you insist. I guess if you insist. Don't tell me Vladdy's hurt. I guess if you insist. I'm just pissed off teleportation isn't a thing. I wish teleportation was a thing. That would be really nice. Teleportation is not a thing, and that sucks. Or, I wish I had a private jet. That would also be nice. But either way, a private jet would also be nice, but either way. Exactly. Well, fair enough. Vladdy Jr.'s back hitting 0-2, and that's a ball? The hell? 1-2. Okay, no. Pacharo being the motivational speaker, hell no. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. Ball, 2-2. We are not doing that. 2-2. Sasaki's going to come in at some point if Yamamoto doesn't start just burning people down. And Vladdy's going to ground out to Freeman. Out 1. 2 outs to go. Because they're not the ones signing players. They're not the ones playing the game. Doing something about it's either ransacking MLSE handlers or not watching a team anymore. One's illegal and one's might as well be illegal. Strike, 0-1. Again, not from you. Y'all legit don't listen, do you? 0-1. Y'all legit don't listen, do you? A pool full of liquor would do nothing for me. That would not lift my spirits either. Alejandro Kirk, caught by Justin Dean. That's 2 out. Well, Vancouver would have been the better joke. Vancouver would have been the better joke there. Vancouver would have been the better joke there. Either way, 1 out away. Yamamoto at 101 pitches. Dalton Varsho. Yeah, this game's over. I'm sure. 5-1 Dodgers, and Dalton Varsho is going to have to push. Strike 1. Tied series. Varsho, strikeout or strike 2. He's 1 strike away. Really? We're going back to the EJ Tackett shit? Dear God. We're going back to that? That's honestly, I'd rather be gaslighted by you than the frickin' EJ Tackett shit. But okay. And that's a ball, 1 and 2. Yamamoto, what a pitcher. Yep. We just got owned by a guy who could throw 9 innings. Popped up by Varsho, and that's going to be the game. And caught by Muncy. Dodgers win 5-1. Series tied 1-1. Was never going to be easy. It's never going to be easy. Monday they play again. We'll be live for it. But we got 3 streams tomorrow. Put these in the book. It's a tied series, 1-1. Let's put these in the book. Okay, that's 4, 5. All right. There we go. Well, that being said, if you like this stream, like it, share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell your friends. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification once subscribe. Send some chats on the live streams. Comment on this video. Put this in playlist. Share with friends and family. All that great stuff. I'll see you later. Blah, 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 blah. I'll see you later. Review of the game after it's over. I'll see you tomorrow for the Formula 1 Grand Prix. And then 2 MLS games. And I'll see you Monday for Game 3. This is how we're going to go down? Is this how we're going down? All right. I'll see you later. God is good. I'll see you later. I'm Ryan and I'm out. Peace. See ya.